Hello, boys and girls. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for buying my books, Zoom into Math, Encyclopedia, or Zoom into Math 2, Middle School Math, or Zoom into Math 3, Elementary School Math, or Units of Measurement book, which is a book about the units of length, mass, weight, space, time, temperature, and so on and so forth. Okay, and I will start this video with the last part of the middle school, which you should have seen by now in the other first video. So I will do the slopes and a couple of other things for the middle school as the last part, which is continuation of the last part. And then we're gonna do mostly the 50 ACT questions in this book, Zoom into Math, Zoom into Math. And this ACT questions will have logarithm, equations, some geometry, many solving for the unknowns, and many problems that will help you in ACT test and in college in the math courses. So please pay attention and let's have fun. And my name is Ismat, again, ISMAT, and let's start with the slopes. Please get yourself some oranges, some milk, and please get ready. All right, now, in the slopes, this is used by the middle school and by high school because math is for everybody actually. And slopes, it can be used extensively in high school or in college or in middle school. So everybody needs this subject. Anyway, in the slopes questions, they give you three types of questions. The first type of question, they show you a grid like this, a figure like this, and they want you to know what is the slope. Slope M. Okay? Now slope M, we know the formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. But you see a figure like this, how do you know which one is x1, x2, y1, and y2? You don't know. So this figure, it will let you know. Okay. Now, y2 in here is what? y2 in here is 2. y2, this is the first step. Okay? y2 is 2 because this is the origin here. You go 1, 2, and this is 2. Y equal 2 here. And then x1 is 4. Actually, I'm sorry. Y2 is this one here, which is 4. My mistake. 4. We're going to do, this is x1, x2, and this is y1, y2. Okay? Now, according to this point here, okay, x1 is 4 because they're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that's why you figure out x1 is here. Right? Now y1 is x1 here and y1 here. So y1 is 1. So x1 is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and y1 is 1 because you go over here, right? That's where they meet. So this is the point x1, y1. x1, y1. Okay? So we figured out x1 is 4 and y1 is 1. So then you draw a line here, you draw a line here. So you got 4 and 1 for this point. So this point is 4, 1. 4, 1. Okay? That's the first point. The same thing over here. We do the same thing. Okay, this point here. You go down, dive down to the x-axis, which is this one here. Okay. X-axis here. Okay, this is the point for x, this is the point for x, and the y is 2. The y2 is 2, which is right here. So they meet over here, right? So this is the second point. Second point is, we said is, x2 is 1, and y2 is 2. That's how you figure those points. That's most of the work is done for this now. Most of the work is done. So, again, let me explain one more time. So this is the point. This is the second point. That's all they give you. You have to figure out x1, x2, y1, and y2. Therefore, since this point is here, so how many far from x is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 points far from x on the x-axis. On the x-axis, it's right here. X-axis. Now, how far is it from the y-axis? This point here, it's 1 point because this is the origin here, and the y-axis is here. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1 point from the origin on the y-axis, 1 point. So y1 is 1, this one here, and x1 is 4. So they meet over here. So this is the first point. The second point is same thing. You go, this is how far is it on the x-axis? From the x-axis, it's 1 point over here, right? And the y2 is over here, which is 1, 2 from the origin. Over here, so they meet over here. So this is the second point. So we have x1, 4, y1, 1, x2, 1, and y2 is 2. So now, second step is you plug it in. So m equal, so write it down. x1 is 4, y1 is 1, x2 is 1, and y2 is 2. We figured that out. Okay, we figured that out from the drawing they give you in the question. So now we know that the formula is m equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, now we plug in, this is the first step. We got the first step, 4, 1, and y, and 1 and 2. First step. Now the second step is plug in those values in the formula. So what is y2? Y2 is 2 minus, remember, minus y1. Y1 is what? Y1 is 1 over here, right? So 2 minus 1, and x2 is 1 minus, I'm sorry, x2 is 1, yes, minus x1, which is 4, right? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 equal 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 4 is minus 3 or negative 3. So m is 1 over negative 3 or negative third. And this is your m. This is your m. That's it. That's it for this type of question, for slope. Okay. Again, let me do it. Summary of all of this. You see where those points meet, and you figure out x1, x2, y1, y2, and then you have the formula. You plug in the values. And then you get the slope m. But you have to know this formula, and you have to know to figure out where are the values are on the graph. Okay? I'm going to give you a second to look at it. Okay. You have to return it and rewind the video if you need to. Okay.